going to go into that. So you can see, after bending over from a right position by flexing the rectus abdominis wall, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Now when you do that, you don't feel like you're tensing up the spinae erectae, which is the two muscles that come down the side of your spine, okay?
Well, basically,
They keep you naturally in a state of balance. If you don't do something, they keep it from it.
the two that run the...
These two muscles here, here's your spine. They come from up here on down, okay?
But when you're bending over for a simple, I mean, it's just like you take your tailbone and you move it out from underneath your chin.
That keeps the spine line, you know, in a state of position that you don't rub the vertebrae together. If you collapse the rectus abdominis wall, it causes the spine edges to touch each other and rub, called calcification. You wind up with arthritis, okay? But that isn't all that can happen. You can rupture the disc by improper actions and improper posture. You know?
And when you're talking about improper posture, most golfers who have back injuries, when they set up, they flex both the knees.
Yeah, then that, and they collapse the rectus abdominis wall. They are not using the muscles to make the bend. They're just relaxing. What it does, it crimps the edges of the vertebrae together. And when you rub one edge bone against the other, it causes calcification to form.
So like in the back, from the back, if I squatted down and I turned,
Yes.
like on that, the L4, the L5, it's just grinding itself down, isn't it?
You're not kidding, because you're not working the thing that allows the left side to turn between the right side and the ball on a transverse plane, okay? Now, it's like, watch this. When you do this motion here, you're contracting, this is called quadratus lumborum, because from here up to 3 vertebrae above, catches bite down here, attaches to this thick one, okay? Now, the contraction of this quadratus lumborum causes this hip to go down. But while you're doing that, you must use the femoris flexor to bend that knee. Then you use the, when you bend that knee, you got to extend the knee. Like you're doing that by the gastrocs, okay? And that raises the heel. Now, you can do a free turn through the synergistic muscles of the stomach here. Look here, of the abdominal. Turn around, let me show you. I want to identify. You have, coming from the xiphoid bone down to the pupot, a ligament muscle, you see. Then you come on this way, that looks like a V upside down, right? Then you come from the 8th rib down to the pubis bone, it makes a V. And for the turn, you have to use 1/2 of the internal and 1/2 of the external. It gives you a synergistic motion and a rotation, you understand? See, the contraction of the rectus abdominal wall make you fold or bend down like you're going to curtsy to the queen, understand? And the spinae erectae opposite makes you raise up. So as you bend one muscle, you're relaxing another. And the muscles that you bend must get to a state of rest by relaxation of the muscles that you contracted, the antagonistic muscles, to bring it back to a state of rest. Those are the problems that people don't realize it's imperative, so they get a lot of blocks of the motion that they're trying to do. But it frees up and it makes it more fast and with less effort.
Good.
Huh?
Okay,
Now look, I want to identify some muscles in here. Starting in the lower leg,
there you go.
you have the tertius and peroneus muscle. Now, when you use the tertius, in Peroneus Muscles is right here. This is called a flexion of the foot. Now, the opposite from that, you use the gastroc and soleus, these two muscles,
To extend?
to extend the knee. So when you come back to make the backswing, your hamstring and your quadriceps are extended, but they're not in a lock extension. It's just whatever it takes to do the motion without straining. Understand?
Not hyperextended.
No, it is not. You're not forcing any motion. It's coming without force. We want supple quickness, not rigid slowness. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So this leg, when you come back here, is a support. Now, when you use this quadratus lumborum muscle here, that shortens that the left side.
So where you can turn underneath your chin.
An cave-in side here, like that.
Mm-hmm.
And this is going out.
Mm-hmm. Something like that.
Right. Now, when you come down to start the downswing, go up. Now, that heel has to come up. See?
Right there.
Aye.
Boom.
The femoris flexor muscle, then the rectus femoris bends here, so that side is crimped under, understand?
When you say crimping, that basically you're just taking your rib cage over
Yeah.
the crest of your
But
hip.
the 12th rib is dropping down on the head of the femur bone. See?
Okay, right there. Yeah.
Right there.
Boom. And then I'm gonna try.
You will feel that up motion of that thing by the quadriceps here and the left spinae erecti. Now come around, let me show you. You got it right here. See, this is for the backswing, the left, all right? And when you shorten that, you actually, what you're doing, you're causing this to do a twist here. That's the lower part of the right spinae erecti. That puts you in a position of a tripod balance, where the knee is, left knee is facing toward the ball, the right knee is pulled back and it's in a state of support. And about now, at least 80% of your weight is on the right leg, and about 20% on the ball.
So you got a support there,
Yes.
support there,
So
and then there.
Yeah. That gives you what they call a tripod balance. That's one leg here, one leg this way, and one that way. And it's give you a great state of balance, and you have to have that, you understand, to keep your head steady.
Yeah,
Now-
if this doesn't move, then
Yeah.
that'll move, right?
Now remember, when you turn it back now, no, I turn you back to the
Okay.
camera. Now let's go to the top of the backswing, okay? Now, I want, see when you come for it, I want to use this one. That's the left spinae erecti muscle. Now I'm not trying to turn this hip. I'm gonna do a anterior rotation of the right hip, but a posting of the left hip. But you'll find rotation in the fascia sheath muscles of your thigh. It rotates like around the femur bone. Okay.
But it's not doing that.
Hell no, that's back. That's neutralizing the power.
Okay.
So
So we're shifting, and then as this
Now-
turns, it gives the appearance of that opening,
Yes.
but it doesn't.
Now
really.
remember, it's a great action of this left spinae erecti in that way. Now you're doing the quadratus lumborum on that side now. Now you're using the gluteus maximus and minimus. You're doing the internal vastus, and that's inside your leg. It contracts in, it causes the knee to approach the other knee. But you never let the knee cap get inside of this hip here. It's got to stay on the outside. On the outside, it stays away, you see.
Well, yeah, this knee
Because
never
of the
gets in
two
there
bends,
like
you
that.
have the bend in the hip and the knee. You see, now it's that way, and it swings on around. Rotation of the sartorius muscle here.